I tried telling y'all Sukuna was gonna make a comeback. Y'all didn't want to believe me. This chapter was crazy. Let's go over it. The chapter begins with a narrator explaining that after hitting 2 black flashes, Gojo constructed a special RCT circuit due to being in an awakened state. Sukuna was supposed to regenerate all of his arms, but due to Yuji's 7 black flashes, he couldn't regain his RCT output. Yuji was also targeting his black flashes and aiming them at the barrier between Sukuna and Megumi Soul. Sukuna's instant response is apparently he can use domain expansion again, but it looks different and it looks kind of weird. Now there's a reason why, but it happens later in the chapter. The narrator tells us that the king's domain had returned to its master along with the black sparks. Everything surrounding Sukuna starts to get slashed. Despite including uncertain elements and including biting vows, Ryomen Sukuna had replicated Malevolent Shrine without dropping its effective range or output after experiencing Black Flash. We then go into a flashback where Hikari is saying that it's important to learn reverse curse technique and domain expansion countermeasures. Choso says if it's about the reverse curse technique, he and Yuji can manage somehow, and Yuji's wondering how can we do that. Choso asks the RCT users how do they compensate for the blood when they regenerate their body. Hikari and Yuta couldn't really answer. Shoko says she's able to convert her curse energy into blood. The reason why Hikari couldn't answer is obviously he does it unconsciously, and Yuta does it off of basically instinct. Choso says his body allows him to convert his curse energy into blood, and if Yuji consumes his remaining brothers, he can gain their curse technique and the same properties as Choso. Choso also says that the downside of using reverse curse technique, which requires a large amount of curse energy consumption, wouldn't really apply to him and Yuji because of how their bodies are. Here we get a crazy reveal, and this is how Yuji cheated. Wee can swap the souls of 2 people. We thought this was Yuji's technique, but it's actually an application of Wee. What? Kusakabe says that since Sukuna took over Yuji's body and used his curse technique, Yuji's body now remembers the Jujutsu of a special grade. So they plan to do the same thing with Yuji and other people. The first one will be Kusakabe, and he will teach Yuji's body how to use basic curse energy manipulation and simple domain. And you guessed it, Yuji knows simple domain, which means it's over for a lot of y'all favorite characters. Yuji notices that Sukuna's domain expansion is incomplete and there's some loophole, so he can endure it. The narrator reveals that Sukuna can't maintain his high-level domain for a long time, and he also cannot capture Maki, who has no curse energy. Sukuna's Malevolent Shrine will begin to collapse after 99 seconds, and everyone is just trying to survive this thing. And unfortunately, Yuji's simple domain does not last long at all. He starts getting absolutely annihilated by the slashes, even losing a leg in the process. Yuji gets back up, he tries to regain his composure, but he sees Sukuna beginning to use his flame technique. Oh my god.